What is going on, guys? DBG here, and this is episode number 4 of the series where I rate your team's lads. So before we get on to it, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We are trying to hit, well, gain 1 subscriber today. I think we gained 1 on Friday. I think we lost 2 yesterday. We're trying to gain 1 subscriber today. If we can do that, that would be insane. And also, lads, this video, we're going to be going over all of the cards in my team. We're going to be going over, well, all of these squads. We're going to be going over a bunch of squads, and it is as of the 10th of October. So I'm only going to be making tips based on 10th of October. The most recent packs we have had are the Flash 2 packs. Obviously, this is not what's on screen. This is just a random thumbnail so that you're not just looking at a Twitter screen right now for the intro. So, anyway, now let's get on to it. One thing I've noticed this year, everyone has good teams. Like last year, it was a case genuinely, especially in 20. When I started making these videos, a lot of people have bad teams in 2K20. Because it was easy to have a bad team in 2K20. Because you couldn't have badges to players. And, like, we can't forget, like, the Derrick Rose we have right now would have been the 3rd best point guard in the game in 2K20 in, like, January. The Isaiah Thomas card we have right now would have been used in 250k in 2K20. Like, we are 3 months ahead of where we were in 2K20. So, everyone should have a good team. But let's have a look. So, first player here. Haven't played in a while because your controller hasn't been working. Current gen. 20 on delay on PC. I don't know what 70k AK on PC gets you. Oh, I hate Ron Boone. Hate him so much. Because he's so freaking good. I hate him because he's good. But De'Aaron, Gary Harris, Sean Elliott, Blake Griffin, and Artis Gilmore. Artis Gilmore's got good height. Cat's great on offense. I definitely will get another power forward in there. Because Ibaka power forward is not it. Like, for me, I assume you can get Josh Smith for that. I would 100% put in Josh Smith. I don't see any reason for you not to have Josh Smith in this squad. Instead of Ibaka. I get it, Ibaka's tokens, but still. Sean Elliott's alright. Like, at this stage in the game, this is like a 7 out of 10 team. But Ibaka... Or, actually, no, just get rid of Cat. Like, Ibaka's better. First of all, Ibaka's better than Cat. So just get Ibaka, put like Ibaka at center. And then play Josh Smith the power forward. You probably spend an extra 15,000, 20,000 MT, assuming that MT price... Or not MT prices. MT prices are way up on PC this year. Assuming that the cost in terms of MT is similar. So, yeah. That is what we have got. So, now we are going to go on to... This is like a 6.5. At this stage of the game, it's like a 6.57. That's what I'm going to have to give it, because there are a lot of really, really good teams. Like, a lot of people have really good teams, and it's very rare. Like, even when I was playing in low bracket SPMM, I still came up against sweats going for Harden. I'm pretty confident I came up against other guys in the same bracket as me that played a lot of the game, but no unlimited. Because I played sweats in that game. You only play sweats nowadays. This game is driven away. Is one thing I will say. This game is driven away to casuals. You only play sweats in draft. In limited, you almost only play sweats in limited. Like, 2K have done everything they can to drive away all the casual players. So, no money spent right now of 140k. Main ball handlers are Ron Boone, James Harden, and Quickly. Quickly's really good. Create your own shots with them and pick them up and fades. With Biggs and Carr and Cam are 3 and D players. Also have Harper for extra defense, Duncan for extra shooting. Okay, this team, again, is like a 6.57, similar standing to the last team. I actually really rate Emmanuel Quickly. I think he's a very good player. I genuinely do think he's a good player. Darryl Griffith, I mean, I personally prefer like running a Gary Harris. I probably would run a Gary Harris and use Darryl Griffith on ball. As much as I like Cam, I wouldn't use Cam in this squad. As much as I really like Cam Reddish, look, you're not gonna lose MT if you get Josh Smith. Trying to think who else there is. But like Jay Crowder and Wendell Carter Jr. is not a good 4 or 5 combo. I would play Jay Crowder at the 3 maybe. Actually no. There's no reason to get Gary Harris. Darryl Griffith's fine. Jay Crowder at the 3. Power forwards. I mean, if you can afford Josh Smith, get Josh Smith. If you can't afford Josh Smith, I'm trying to think. Or if you want to keep Crowder at the 3, you can put Scotty on ball. Or if you want to keep Crowder at the 4, you can put Scotty in there. But like that 4-5 combo, like Jay Crowder gets eaten alive at the 4. It's not a bad team. It really is not a bad team. It's hard because you can either, for me, you can either go Scotty for Cam, or you can go Josh Smith for Cam. But as much as I like Cam Reddish, I think he is, with the amount of MT you have, you should probably invest in someone that's a little bit better than Cam Reddish. Like a great budget player. If you want to keep building up your MT and you're fine with Cam, go for it. Your starting lineup is fine. Cat's not the greatest on defense. I would maybe try build up tokens and go get yourself Serge Ibaka for Wendell Carter Jr. Other than that, like, Cat's good enough on offense that I don't mind that card. Okay. Actual team right here, so we can see the amount of MT. Hawks 2018 freelance. Mitchell guards ball and starters. Interesting. Mitchell guarding ball when you have the best on-ball defender in the game not guarding ball. I would strongly advise you to not use ML Carr if he's not guarding ball. Like, ML Carr is ridiculous in my opinion. He's absolutely ridiculous. But if he's not guarding ball, there's no real point using him. You like Rodman? You also don't know if you go for Melo or not. You have 90,000 XP to go. You have got like 12 days. 90,000 XP is legitimately 40 hours. So are you willing to put in like 4 or 5 hours a day? If you're not willing to put in 4 or 5 hours a day, you're not going to get him. And that's just of XP grinding. And you also don't have enough MT to do it. So no, don't get Melo. You're not going to be able to get Melo. But Freddie's good on the bench. James Harden. I like your bench. I really like that bench lineup. And I really like Scotty. I hope Scotty's guarding ball. Because again, if Scotty and ML Carr, if they're not guarding ball, there's no point in using either of them. I like last 3. They're fine. They're just there. James Worthy, Scotty Pippen, Freddie. This is the best team we've seen so far. It's like an 8 out of 10. But I would strongly advise you to put ML Carr on ball because he's the best on-ball defender in the game. And I get it. He triggers mismatch expert on some people. Doesn't matter. He's still the best. Okay. Okay. Okay, you guys can't really see the squad. So current gen nobody spent Hawks freelance with pick and pops. Have 230k. Thoughts about replacing Draymond for Josh Smith. Okay, Isaiah Thomas, James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Glenn, Mutombo, Walt Frazier, Mitch Richmond, ML Carr, Draymond, and Ibaka. I mean, this is like the 9. This is like getting into the 9.5 out of 10 range. Like IT, maybe the best 1-2 combo in the game of IT and Harden. I know Kobe's pretty good, but I mean, IT and Harden are pretty good as well. And that's a pretty good combo. Glenn Robinson, really good. Dikembe, the best big man in the game, in my opinion, not particularly close. Ibaka off the bench is perfectly fine. Draymond. I mean, you've got 200k, so yeah, getting Josh Smith, he's not going to... Like, Josh Smith right now, he's 30k. He's not dropping below 20k for at least another 6 weeks. So yeah, and even when he does drop below 20k, you got 6 weeks out of him. So, I would say, yeah, Josh Smith for Draymond. The only thing is, though, is that lineup doesn't have a lot of shooting. Unless you're really going Mitch Richmond, that bench lineup does not have a lot of shooting if you put Josh Smith in there. But Josh Smith is better than Draymond. But Draymond's not bad, so if you want to keep Draymond, that's fine. Like, Draymond was in my team till I got Josh Smith. Okay. Mainly play TT and TT100, but also play unlimited. Pick and roll is your game and use Thunder playbook. Any thoughts on how to improve? Okay, first of all, sell your LeBron. You have a 4 out of 10 team with one of the best players, most expensive players in the game. That LeBron sells for like 200k. Your team is I mean this in the nicest way possible. This team outside of LeBron James is garbage. Like dynamic duos don't work that way. Like if Iguodala is sitting on the bench, Steph Curry is not a Ruby. Steph Curry is useless. Trae Young is not even fully evoed. But you've got one of the most expensive players in the game. And he's not even much better than Darius Miles. So first of all, sell LeBron James. You're up at 200k. Sell Larry Markkinen. You know what? You can keep James Worthy if you want. Sell it, Xavier McDaniel. Cliff Hagan, if you want to use him in your actual lineup. If not, sell him. Sell Steph Curry. Probably sell Taylor Horton-Tucker. I don't know where to start. I don't know where to start. Like, this team's going to be a 5.1 out of 10 because you got LeBron. I mean, if you really want to keep LeBron, you can sell everybody else in your team and maybe build something decent around them. You can start to, if you want to really are dead set on keeping LeBron, who's about to go way down in price in a week from now because of super packs. But like, Markkanen has a 50 block. I'm trying to even think of who to use. You can build a legit team. That's not what you have right now is not a legit team. I'm trying to think, if you wanted to go LeBron a power forward, Cam Reddish a small forward, use James Worthy as your backup power forward. I would sell T. Ross because he's like 3.5k. I don't think he's worth that. With the empty you currently have, sell Taylor Horton-Tucker, replace him with Lou Dort. Sell Steph Curry, replace him with, screw it, like JoJo or something. JoJo's better. I'm trying to think of who. Oh, Emmanuel quickly. Sell Iguodala. He actually goes for a little bit. Larry Markkanen. Don't even know who to replace him with. Wendell Carter Jr. Gobert's fine. Power forward off the bench. I know he's expensive. Just get Darius Miles. I know you can't afford Darius Miles if you want to keep LeBron. Oh, sorry. James Worthy's your power forward off the bench. And then backup point guard. Screw it, get JoJo or something. At your backup two guard, your backup small forward, get rid of T. Ross and replace him with like Jerry Sloan, because Jerry Sloan means you can actually have someone on your bench that can play defense. Or if you want to keep Cliff Hagan, run Cliff Hagan there. Cliff Hagan can guard ball. Yeah, this team needs a lot of work. Needs a lot of work. Okay, I'm trying to look for an interesting team right here. Okay, this dude already has Wilt. Okay, like there's a lot of just generic squads. A lot of just generic squads. This team's really good. This team's really good here. The only one thing I would advise is to replace Jimmy Butler with Landry, unless Jimmy Butler is your favorite player. Replace Jimmy Butler with like Landry Fields or Scottie Pippen, because Jimmy's like 10 times the price of Fields, like 4 times the price of Pippen, and he's only a little bit better. Okay, current gen. Okay, close to getting it on the dime token ward. Good with Kemba and going for ML Carr. Okay. Okay. You know what? Kemba's fine because you can put Harden on both your starters. You can put Gary Harris on both your bench. I don't mind this. You got 70k, so you're building up your MT. You don't really need to spend. I probably would sell LaMelo. LaMelo's good. Don't get me wrong. LaMelo Ball is good. The problem with LaMelo Ball is that he is only good at this stage, and he's very expensive. Like, Melo's barely better than Cam Reddish, and Cam Reddish is 1/10 of the price of Melo. And you can get in around that 10k for Carmelo Anthony. He's just not worth it. But Darius Miles is really good. Like, you can probably tactically downgrade him to someone like I don't know, like a James Worthy, but Miles is still very good. Okay. Current gen, no money spent. Have 130k, mostly run reward cards. Run Anthony Simons because you can expose opponents running Kyrie. Okay, fair enough. He's about to get Melo as well. So Melo in for Michael Cooper, because Harden can guard ball as well as Michael Cooper can. And I love the fact that you run Anthony Simons to abuse Kyrie. And if you guys don't know how to abuse Kyrie with Anthony Simons, it is literally use Anthony Simons as the screener. Run pick and rolls and make Anthony Simons set screens. It literally means that because Kyrie can't, whatever way it is, Kyrie can't hog lanes. So it's going to be a basket every single time someone's running Kyrie. And then if they want to switch Kyrie onto Harden, well, just do the same thing with Harden. And if they want to switch Kyrie on Michael Cooper, do the same thing with Michael Cooper. Just having one of these, especially with Melo, having like a good dunker with like limitless takeoff literally just exposes Kyrie Irving. Although Kyrie is still a beast, but you can have Harden guarding him. And Anthony Simons is a beast anyway. This is like maybe it's like an 8.5 out of 10. It's a really good team. ML Carr is very good. Okay. Some of these pictures are really not good enough quality to to show on screen. Like, lads, you can always screenshot on the PlayStation. Don't forget that. Like, this is fine. This quality here is fine. Okay, this is an interesting team. So, Kuzi, Griffith, Iguodala, Tim Duncan, and Mark Eaton. You play lots of offline, about to get 150 tokens. Okay. This is a very strange team. First of all, I don't mind it. I wish you told me what your playstyle was, instead of just saying you play offline. I wish you told me what your playstyle was, because Tim Duncan sticks out like a sore thumb. And first of all, Iguodala is not enough better than Landry Fields to justify his price. Just sell Iguodala, get Landry Fields. But like Tim Duncan, good shooter, or say good inside, bad shooter, but decent speed. Mark Eaton's 25 speed. If you like Mark Eaton, sell Dwight Howard, buy Rick Smits, because Rick Smits is essentially just Mark Eaton. If you prefer Mark Eaton to Howard, get rid of Howard and buy Rick Smits. Bob Pettit should never be on a bench for Tim Duncan. I don't care. I genuinely would suggest for you to sell. Okay, so you've completed domination. I'm trying to think of, is there any point guards you can run instead of Stephon that are cheap? Because Marbury's over 30k, and I think that's a bit of a rough price, especially if you're playing offline. If you only play offline, just get Anthony Simons and use him instead of Marbury and do the same thing offline. Get Rick Smits for Dwight Howard and then sell Iguodala and Tim Duncan. You can honestly replace them with Landry Fields and Miles or Josh Smith. Josh Smith's cheaper and way better than Duncan. And that would make your team significantly better, both online and offline. So, yeah, I'd do that. And you also suddenly are sitting on like 250k MT. So when the actual good cards come out, you can go and get them. Oh, dear Lord. Isaiah Thomas, James Harden, Money Mitch, Carmelo Anthony, and Anthony Davis. You're going to get eaten alive on rebounds, but my God, is this a good offensive team? Like, you're going to get absolutely eaten alive. You're going to get hit with the Monster Mash to death. Like, people are going to switch glitch you. People are going to do everything they can. Okay, you got Rodman instead. It's interesting seeing Rodman instead of Josh Smith. I don't hate it, though. If you like Rodman, you like Rodman. Never used Darryl Dawkins, so I don't have an opinion of him. Kawhi is insane. Dale is decent. I don't like Sleepy, but each to their own. Kyrie. I'm not a fan of Kyrie. But Jerry Lucas is a card, again, I'm not a fan of. You really got Jerry Lucas instead of Walt. You really got Jerry Lucas instead of Brad. Brad Doherty is would have been better than Dawkins. TJ Warren's alright. Like, this is, I looked at the starting lineup and was like, you know what, I think this team's been really good, but I'm only going to give this a 9. I think this team can be exposed very easily. It reminds me of my starting 5. But Isaiah Thomas is really good. Reminds me a little bit of my starting 5 with, like, except for the fact that I got, you have a little more offense, I have a little more defense, but I think AD struggles. Like, I know how much Josh Smith struggles. I know how much Bob Pettit struggles. I know how much a box struggles. AD's going to struggle inside. Okay, we're 18 minutes in. Let's go and find 1 or 2 more squads. Okay, let's take a look at this one here. Current gen 200k. Don't know if you make a big purchase. Don't make a big purchase. If you want to buy Kawhi, get Scotty. That is always my tip. If you want Kawhi, get Scotty. If that's what your goal is, to get a Kawhi type player, just buy Scottie Pippen. Okay, so you got Louis Dampier. This is automatically a 0 out of 10 because you have a fake card in this team. Louis Dampier, just like Ron Boone, does not exist. As someone who has played nearly 700 games, Ron Boone and Louis Dampier do not exist. They are fake cards. Gary Harris, James Harden, Glenn Warren, Josh Smith, Dennis Rodman, Kat Nabaka. Landry Fields. I mean, personally, I would just chuck in Landry Fields. Or Scotty. Like, I know you were like, oh, you're trying to get Draymond and Darryl Griffith. You were trying to get a big purchase like Kawhi Leonard, but like, you already have 85% of Kawhi Leonard and Landry Fields. And you can basically get better defense than Kawhi Leonard and Scotty. So, don't make the big purchase. Keep saving your MT. You're sitting on 200k. Keep building up your MT. There's going to be a card that's going to be too good for you to pass up on. It's only a matter of time until we get the equivalent of, like, remember last year's Eddie Jones? When he was, like, 50k. Like, it's only a matter of time. Like, we saw what 2K did with Harden. Like, you guys don't need to spend a bunch of MT. Like, the guys that I would be cool in having MT tied up in are the likes of Gary Harris, the likes of Josh Smith, the likes of Donovan Mitchell. These are guys that are going to still be fine at the end of season 2. But, like, someone like a Kawhi, he's going to be in that level, but he's an extra 20k on top of them. So I probably wouldn't do that for Kawhi. Okay, 600k MT. As I would say, I was like, I don't know what this team is. Open to suggestions. Okay, we got an actual picture here. Don't grind unlimited that much. Playing online just for challenges like run 5 out because of D-Rose, run lots of pick and roll. Coaches Carlisle open for any suggestions. I like Rick Carlisle as a coach. I get it, he's got half dimer, but there's literally no point using this LeBron over the other LeBron. He's just way more expensive. Anthony Davis. Like, look, I'm just going to say this right now. You've got Anthony Davis, who's 400k in your team. And your bench lineup still has Tim Hardaway Jr. Your bench lineup still has Tim Hardaway Jr. You've got AD. Dude, sell AD. Sell AD. Sell LeBron. And you get... This is tactical downgrade time. Josh Smith, Darius Miles. Unless you are a massive AD and LeBron fan, you want to keep them. First of all, downgrading the LeBron is always a smart decision. I'm not even going to say... You know what? Tactically downgrading Rose to Marbury. That's a thing as well. Marbury's basically the same as Rose. Like, this team is fine. But, like, you can replace Tim Hardaway Jr. with someone way better. And if you sold Rose, LeBron, AD, and replaced them with Marbury, Darius Miles, and Josh Smith, you would barely notice the difference in-game. And you would be sitting on 700,000 MT. And that 700k MT would sort you for the year. Like, if you are somebody that doesn't want to open packs and you do not want to spend any MT for the rest of the year, literally just buy those, sell those 3 expensive guys. You can keep Kawhi. You know what? And sell. Let's just say tactical downgrade. Let's blow it up. Let's replace Kawhi with Scottie Pippen. You have the potential in the starting lineup alone. You have the potential to keep 90% of the ability in game. Let's just say replace Tim Hardaway Jr. with go and get Harden. Go and get Harden. Play unlimited. Play those 5 games. Get Harden to replace him. Tim Hardaway Jr. Kelly's fine. Draymond's fine. Ibaka's fine. Kyrie's fine. Let's just say you replace. You make a starting lineup of Stephon Marbury, who is a Derrick Rose clone, Mitch Richmond, Scottie Pippen, Darius Miles, and Josh Smith. You barely lose anything. Barely. But you also have enough MT that you don't need to buy packs for the rest of the year. And also, when the inevitable 94 overall Anthony Davis comes out at Christmas that is the exact same as this 95 overall and is 10k MT, you can go and buy that card. Trust me. You can put yourself in a position where you do not need to ever open another pack by just tactically downgrading this team. Your team's very good, but you can tactically downgrade it, keep your team 99%, 95% as good, and never need to spend another cent on this game, which is what I would advise you to do. Okay, so Runhawks 2018 freelance. Okay, this is some very, very pixelated picture. Okay, so you got Blake, Glenn, I'm pretty sure. Darius Miles, Josh Smith, Ibaka. Okay, I like the team. 80k sitting around. I don't know how high I am on Dennis Rodman, but if you like Rodman, keep Rodman. Josh Smith at the 5, Rodman at the 4. You got your everyone in this team can play defense. You got Walt with Harden running the ball. Everyone in your or not the greatest defender here. I would probably swap Rodman and Glenn because Blake's not great on defense, and you get a bit of defense with Rodman that you don't have with Blake. So I would start Glenn instead of Rodman. But other than that, I like this team. It's like a 9.2. Okay, any more interesting teams? This is an interesting team. This is interesting because you got 200k tied up in a point guard while also running a 6'1" 2 guard But you have Jay Crowder in your starting lineup. With no MT. But you... Okay, first of all. Sell or... Gus Gerard is so much better than Jay Crowder, it's not even funny. Gus Gerard gotta be in at that power forward position. Surge is fine. I don't even mind Robin a center. A lot of really good players really like Robin a center. I'm not that high on him, but I know a lot of people are, so I'm not going to question that. Isaiah Thomas is so good, but he's so expensive. Like, you don't have any MT. You don't have enough of a cushion. And that's what I always would suggest, is to keep that 100k MT cushion, because you just never know. Like, if you sold Isaiah Thomas and replaced him with... trying to think someone good that's cheap. Like, legitimately good. With Freddie VanVleet. IT dunks the ball, is basically Freddie VanVleet, but he dunks better. And you're not going to even dunk too much with IT. Let's just say you replace him with Freddie. You're sitting on 140, 150k MT. And that's enough MT to sort you till Christmas. So, to keep you ticking over till Christmas. I would sell Jay Crowder and put in Gus Gerard. Gus is way better than Jay Crowder. Fields. I don't know. I don't know if I would spend a little bit of MT upgrading him. No, actually, no. He's the like sweet spot for value. I was about to say, would I upgrade him to Scotty? But you already have Scotty. No, keep Scotty. Donovan Mitchell's fantastic. If you put even Fred a point guard, he would be insane. That would be insane. Like, the tactical downgrade Fred to IT and the swapping in Gus Gerard for Jay Crowder keeps your team at the same rank, while keep your team at a solid like 7.5 to 8 out of 10, while also giving you an extra 100 and something KMT. Man, this is blurry. This is so... I legitimately do not know who these last two guys at the end of the bench are. Can someone tell me who these guys at the end of the bench are? Like, I think that's Boucher. I think that's LeVert. 50k MT to use, no money spent. I got no idea. You're kidding me, Denver. This is FIFA 20. You got Ryan Kent. You've got Ryan Kent. Are you that? Wait, was that you? Was that really you? Of course. First of all, Calvin Phillips, big thumbs up. Big thumbs up for having a Leeds player in there, especially when we were down the championship. But you've got Ryan Kent. 0 out of 10. For just the fact that you've got Ryan Kent in your team. That card was just nightmares. Legitimate nightmares given in FIFA 20. Man, what is up with some people's cameras? They're worse than my phone camera, and I own a €200 phone by a company called Realme that no one's ever heard of. So, yeah, now we have got... Okay, we got a lot of suggestions. The explosive is gone. What should I do now? Oh my god. This was a freaking 250k squad. The explosive is gone. Run to the rim with Ben Simmons. Tween with Ben Simmons up and down the floor. That's the tip. Tween with Ben Simmons. Man, the pre-250 2K20 lineups. Those were a thing. The blast from the past right there. Okay. I mean, if you got David Ginola, you're pretty sorted. Mbappe, Neymar, Ginola. Ginola is unbelievable. Who plays where? Like, where are you playing them? I love how you have Marcelo Bielsa as manager. You're the best manager in the world. Goretzka, Kante, Upamecano, Alphonso Davies. I mean, this is like a 9.5 out of 10. This is like a 9.8 out of 10. A couple of icons off being a 10. Player of the month, Benzema. Ones to watch Camavinga. I actually have to go and do ones to watch Camavinga. I mean, not the biggest fan of one to watch Dumfries, and I do think you should just bought the inform because you can always sell the inform back, but here's what it is. I like Talisca off the bench. Solid like 7.5 out of 10. Like 8 out of 10. And for those of you guys who are wondering why I'm going to stop joking about FIFA squads now. Okay. This is a weird team. Okay, Boogie's like 30k. Just sell Boogie. If you like Kyrie, I don't even mind that bench. You got defense. Just Buggy. Replace Buggy. I don't even know who you can replace him with, but replace Buggy. Other than that, I like this. This is a good enough team. This team's insane. This is an all money spent lineup. Iverson, Kobe, Kawhi, Larry Bird, Kareem. Derrick Rose, Donovan, Gary Harris, Josh Smith, and Dikembe. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is like a 9.5 out of 10. This is like a 9.5 out of 10. This team is legit. This is one of those all money spent lineups. Maybe instead of Gary Harris, I would run Scotty and put Scotty on ball on your bench. Other than that, near perfect. Other than that, near perfect in this game. Unbelievable squad. Run 5 out, tween glitch, hop step of BI and Eddie Curry. Oh man, 2K20. It was probably the worst gameplay in history, but like it was mid-pandemic, and like that game was probably my favorite time to ever make content was during 2K20. Can't lie. A lot of you have sent a FIFA squads. Clint Dempsey retired? Foot Heroes Clint Dempsey? Did not even realize that. Not know that was a thing. Why am I getting so many FIFA squads? Why am I getting so many? I'm getting a fantasy football squad. A fantasy football squad. Okay. Okay. I'll take that. Let's just rate the last team. Yeah, as much as I like Devontae Graham does not belong anywhere near this team. So, get rid of DeMarcus Cousins. Put in... I mean, Otis Birdsong's not bad as a 2-guard. Neither is Simons, but like that he only... And Dow Griffith at 2. I don't know what your bench lineup is. It's a quiet power forward. I mean, this team needs some minor surgery. It doesn't need major surgery performed on it, but it does need some minor surgery. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it, lads. That is all of the teams. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.